Let's bring in our trader, Scott Bauer. What do you think, Scott? And I picked those two, consumer discretionary and then, of course, the staples, just to give people a sense of how everything has been pretty much hit, but there are winners out of the least worst, if you know what I mean. Is now the time?
Oh, no, no doubt about it. And hope you're staying safe and healthy, Liz. You look at
You
it, and
too.
there's so many Monday morning quarterbacks, that are out there. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Where were we 20% ago when some of these, like you're talking about, a Nike and some of the other big retailers have rallied off of that bottom. Obviously, in hindsight, you wanted to pick and choose a little bit, 10, 15, 20% ago. I don't think this is the time to do that, okay? The news that's coming out today, yesterday, fantastic news. The curve is flattening. People are feeling more confident, and that is the best absolute news that we can get. However, we
Yeah.
still have some very tough times ahead of us here. I do believe personally, and I'm not trying to be a pessimist here, that there will be another down move in some of those big retail stocks that we've seen massive rallies over the last week. And there would be my time. Listen, if I miss a rally from here up another 10%, I'm okay with that. But what I don't want to do is just get in here and then, have that, what I feel to be another sell-off ahead of me. I would wait for the next leg
Right.
down and then again start piecemealing it back in.
Scott, yesterday, 2,000 people died in the United States due to the coronavirus. So the best possible news would be to see that go away. And then, of course, the best possible news is to see confidence in the markets. But,
Right.
the New York City death toll now exceeds that from 9/11 in 2001. I just think it's important to stress that we're not out of the woods just yet. But that said, when you look at some of the names that have been hammered the most, you talked about Nike and some of the other don't need to buy, just kind of want to buy stocks. Capri Holdings. Capri Holdings is one of these luxury conglomerates. It used to be Michael Kors, and it's got, of course,
Yeah.
everything from Jimmy Choo in there to Versace and, of course, Michael Kors. These are names that will come back. So do you start to
Yep.
rebalance just a bit in some of the worst hit names?
Again, I'm still under the premise here that these are going to go down a little bit lower from the rally that we've seen. Maybe you start a little bit here, Liz, but I don't think, like you said, we're out of the woods. I mean, what you just said, and I've read all the headlines, but when you just said that more people have died now in New York City than from 9/11, that literally sent chills through my body, as it does probably with many investors in the marketplace. And I think people have to realize we are not out of the woods. We may be recovering, which is the best thing. We're not out of the woods. So I do think
Yeah.
it's a little bit too early to start rebalancing there.
And we'd be remiss if we did not bring up what is juicing the major indices right now, and that is crude oil. Russia is
Yep.
apparently ready to cut its oil output by 1.6 million barrels per day, and that is giving crude a real bump. Scott, great to see you. Please stay well. You're a good friend of
You
the
too, Liz.
broadcast, and I always appreciate you being here. Thank you.